Sit back, relax, and get ready to embrace the Work Hard, Smile Large vibe.
Hi, Nicole Christopherson, founder of Work Hard, Smile Large. This is another episode of the Work Hard, Smile Large podcast, and we are doing a special highlight. Popular demand wanted to ask me some questions about my life and how I came to start Work Hard, Smile Large and what I've been doing up to that point. So we are doing a special feature for this episode, and we have a special guest who's going to be interviewing me for y'all. So welcome, Matt Christopherson, my husband, my partner in life, my best friend, a big part of Work Hard, Smile Large when we introduced it to our family and had it become our life's mantra. So thank you for joining me today, finally. He's making his debut.
Appreciate the ask. Well, it's finally my time to be on the seat.
Yes.
This is amazing, and I get to ask all the questions.
Yes, you do. So I hope you all enjoy this as much as he does. So here we go.
All right. First question. What's your morning routine every day?
Well, because our life is an adventure now, it does vary, but I'm pretty strict with myself on trying to set an alarm and get up before my family does. It's really important for me to start my day quietly, to reflect on what I have to do for the day, to think about what I'm going to do for my health, because it varies. I don't do the same workout. I don't do the same routine with regards to how I take care of my fitness. So I like to sit quietly and think about that. Before I get into my emails or anything, I read whatever book I pick up. I have a stack of books next to my yellow velvet couch in my gym. So I vary what books I read depending on my mindset. So if I'm really into business or motivation, I tend to pick up books, and I'm a chapter hopper. So I never really start those style of books from beginning to end. I pick what chapter speaks to me that day on what I have going on or what's weighing on me. And then I usually read for about 10 to 20 minutes. And then I'll go and have my coffee and figure out what I'm going to feed my kids and kind of get my organization going before I start my workout routine. And my workouts vary. We went for a walk this morning. So we do like to walk the neighborhood and get outside and see the blue sky and get the fresh air. I ride my Peloton pretty regularly. So that's another option, whether I'm doing HIIT workouts or interval workouts or something with high intensity for 20 to 30 minutes, because that's my attention span. And then some weights. So whether I'm doing abs or getting on our tonal and doing kind of like a custom workout on the tonal, that's my normal. If I get into a routine where I'm just need to get out of the house or need a little more alone time, I'll go to our gym and I'll take like a sunrise yoga class, or I'll get on the step mill. Kind of like to sweat really fast and push myself and get my heart rate up, and then enjoy like my stretching and weights and stuff. So morning is really important to me. Like I start my day, he's laughing right now. He calls me a machine. I start my day really intentional every single day, and it makes me my biggest cheerleader outside of my family and all the people that I surround myself with, because I want to recreate my best day every day. And I say that to every person that I mentor and I meet, and a lot of people wonder how I'm like ready and dressed every single day. And it's really who I am at my core. Like I want to be ready for anything. The world and life and people have so much to offer me, and I don't want to miss that. And so I get myself as grounded and ready in the morning as I possibly can, so I can enjoy each day and make it better than the last.
That you inspire me with. That's for sure, because waking up in the morning is not my thing, but I am getting up earlier, following your lead. So great job there. Next question. What's the number one thing you've learned that has transformed the life as an entrepreneur?
I've learned to not let fear guide me. I got into business after finishing my education degree at Arizona State University, and I was never planning on being an entrepreneur or being in business. I had to try it off some recommendations, and I was always afraid of being a business person, afraid I didn't fit that mold, afraid, of how I fit in amongst my professional peers and stuff. And I think once I let that guard down and I stopped leading with fear and started leading with more intention, what type of professional real estate advisor did I want to be? How did I want to help my clients? How was real estate helping mold my life and giving me the time or the balance or teaching me what I needed to know? And then boom, when I decided to start my own real estate brokerage, that was a pivotal moment. I took on a huge amount of responsibility because I felt the need. I was waking up every day. I was building my business. I was, growing as a real estate professional. And I was like, I have these bucket lists I create. I create bucket lists all the time. They're in my phone, and I wanted to get my broker's license. I'm like, hey, I've been doing real estate for, I don't know what it was, almost 10 years, 8 or 9 years. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start taking the classes to get my broker's license. And once I got that, I was like, what am I going to do with this? And I asked my clients, I said, hey, this is what I'm doing in my existing brokerage. This is kind of what I'm thinking about doing. Would you still work with me if I started my own brokerage and went on my own? And I was doing modern branding. I was kind of doing all my marketing on my own. And they were like, absolutely. We hire you to help us. We trust you. Like, you've always protected us and helped us. So that was huge for me, because I wasn't afraid. I knew I had a lot more to learn, and I could always go back and work with some other brokerage, and that was okay. So I tried it, and it's just guided me this whole entire time because it was a big undertaking, and I'm very happy I did it.
Yeah, you're amazing at it. I've been trying to recruit you for years into the Sherco family, so good job. How do you unplug and relax after your day?
Woo! I have to find a turning point where I just kind of put my phone on silent. It's usually when my kids start surfacing and we need to think about what we're doing for dinner or plan for our next day. But closing down my computer and putting my phone on silent is the first start, because I've learned by failing, being on my devices with my family is really hard. And then I pour a glass of wine while we start to cook dinner or figure out what we're going to do. I pretty much always pour a glass of wine. So there's my vice. And I just try to include the family and ask how they're doing in their day. I very rarely sit and don't do anything after work. I like to cook. I like to tidy up. I like to work on my other projects, whether it's an event or a birthday party for my kids or planning things. I'm just kind of always in growth mode and kind of learning. I just feel like there's so much to absorb in life and learn from. So cooking and drinking wine is the norm, but I go crazy and plan other things and do stuff with the kids too.
Next question. What's your typical day look like?
There's no typical day anymore. My life kind of changed in 2021 when we relocated to Texas. And I decided to expand my real estate business. And then my daughters and our family decided to launch Work Hard, Smile Large. So there's no typical day. We travel a lot. My business travels with me. My podcast whole studio fits in a luggage. There's really no typical day. But if I got, if we were able to go, 14, 21, 30 days in a row where we're actually grounded in Austin, I'm working out and I'm watering all my garden. I have a vegetable garden. I have tons of potted plants. And I have a real green thumb. That's my therapy, again, getting me outside and in the fresh air. So I start my day by waking up, doing my silence, doing my reading, doing my workout, seeing the kids off or making breakfast, and watering my plants after my workouts. That's kind of my cool down. And then I get ready. And I literally try to get ready every day. And that changed when I came to Austin. I used to run around in my workout clothes and not worry about what I wore so much. And now I'm like, you know what? There's so much opportunity. I meet new people every day, and wherever I'm going for work or what appointments I have and stuff. And so I get myself ready every day. And it's such a habit now. I get ready even if I'm going to be working in my home office or whatnot. I'm just ready for anything. And so that'd be my typical day, is really how I start it. But my days take me anywhere. Somebody calls me and wants to meet for lunch or coffee, I pivot as much as I possibly can. And
that is true.
I do as much as I possibly can in a day. And my motto is tomorrow's not promised. If something changed in my life tomorrow, I want to know that I live my life to the fullest. And that's literally what I tell myself all the time.
What's one wellness product you use daily?
One.
That's basically helped you out. Vitamins, workout routine, etc. Something along those lines.
I already mentioned my workout routine. Vitamins, I have seen a naturopath for the last 3 or 4 years. And after having kids, you kind of have to take a little more care of yourself and your hormones and stuff. So I have a lot of supplements that I take, from DIM to fish oils to vitamin D, vitamin Bs, all the, supplements that I take. Now that I'm in Austin, I take an allergy pill almost every single day. But I drink Arbonne greens, and I make like a fun little like shot drink with my greens with a fizz stick, which again has green tea and bees in it and stuff. That's kind of like one of my go-tos. And then I use doTERRA oils a lot. So we diffuse, like when I get up and I'm quiet and I've got the one light on in the kitchen, kind of just waking up, I fill the diffusers and I kind of change what oils I use depending on my mood. And if I'm burnt out on the oils or don't feel like doing it, I light candles a lot. So I'd say the doTERRA essential oils, which I use, their moisturizer, and my Arbonne supplements are pretty special to me. Pretty regular. I mean, it's been about almost a decade I've been doing that. So
Our house smells like a spa, so you do amazing at that. So here's a good question. How do you balance work and social life? How do you implement work hard, smile large with this crazy life we live?
my life is crazy fun, and my work is fun, and work hard, smile large is fun. So I get to work with friends. I mean, everybody that I surround myself with, I consider a friend. And I incorporate them into everything I do. I mean, last night I was wrapping up a meeting at 5:30 on Zoom, and I had one of my close friends messaging me about school starting today. And I was like, how long do we have? She's like, 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'll hot lap over there. And I grabbed the kids and ran over there for 30 minutes just to say hi, because I knew we had just gotten home last weekend and I was working. I had a lot of appointments this week and I was going to be gone next weekend. And so I made that 30 minutes happen, because what if I didn't get to see her and I leave again this weekend or something like that? And it was really good for the kids too. So, I mean, I'm always putting things in the calendar. I plan ahead a lot, as best I can, making reservations and doing date nights. And I do try to make time for my friends, because it refuels me, hearing what they're doing and what's happening in their lives and stuff like that. My friends are really important to me. So, and they always have been. I keep in touch with all my friends in California. And I think a lot of my friends in Austin have been saying recently, when they see my experiences over the summer and stuff and how much time I make to see my friends, from my, past, they come out here to see me and I get to go see them a lot. And we've raised our kids together and it's super intentional. And my new friends, my newer friends here see that and have mentioned that lately. So I learn a lot from the people that I surround myself with. They inspire me too.
Very cool. All right, next question. How did you get started on this journey and how did you grow your brand?
Journey of work hard, smile large, or journey of NMC?
This is your journey.
Well, I'm the oldest of 3 girls. And so when I was breaking the glass ceiling, is what I call it, of experiences in life, I'm a first generation college graduate. I just decided that once I got one accomplishment done, and then I checked off a bucket list item of moving to Spain, I supported myself and moved myself out of the country. I just decided to start making these bucket lists. And so those have carried me through my entrepreneurial journey too, because once I get comfortable or something seems like it's easy, I feel like there's more to learn or another level to reach for, or, a new experience that I could add to it, which in turn helps my clients. I never want to be the realtor that does it like every other real estate broker. I want to be more intentional. I want them to be part of my work family. And I've done the same with Work Hard, Smile Large. Anybody I meet is welcome to join our positivity community and to share what they're doing in the world. And so my entrepreneurial journey is really guided by my bucket list.
Nice. All right. So I want to ask you a question. Do you eat clean? And if so, what's your secret to doing this while traveling so much and being so busy?
I always have like a snack bag in my carry-on luggage, and I always have protein bars with me, like Power Crunch cookie style ones, not the gross kind. I have to, it has to taste good. I do take my fizz sticks with me, and I do take my like vitamin pack with me. I have one of those like Monday through Sunday vitamin packs. I try to drink a lot of water while I'm traveling. I indulge, like, I'm not going to lie. I said I drink wine every night. Like, I enjoy my travel time. I was raised traveling with my family, and they always had a cocktail in the airport and did things to kind of kick it off and get excited. But I try to make clean choices when I am eating out. So if I want to have pizza one day, I'm going to have salad the next day. So I just try to find the balance. But I'm definitely a fish, sushi, salad, eater, and I will have some French fries and do some things. I don't say no to a lot. I try everything.
You're much better at that than me. You eat much cleaner than I do.
But it does give me a lot more energy when I'm traveling. Like, I feel like that balance of keeping my diet pretty consistent between being away or being home does stay pretty consistent for me.
Next question. For family time, what's your favorite thing to do?
Oh my goodness, you guys are going to think I'm a wild person. I like to go on adventures with my family. I like to go do new things and see new places and try new restaurants. I enjoy our time hanging out at home and being like in the backyard or swimming in the pool and stuff like that. But it's really hard for me to be stationary and like in one place. I usually end up cooking while I'm doing that and stuff. So getting out and adventuring and jumping in the car and going somewhere new gives me the opportunity to sit in one place with them and laugh and kind of have conversation and not be busy with the things that I like to do around the house. So adventuring.
Awesome. Next question someone has is, what are some brands or organizations you have met through Work Hard, Smile Large, and how have they impacted you?
It's only been a year and a half since we started Work Hard, Smile Large, and I've met so many amazing people. But people all have the same goal, and it's really to make a difference in our future. And so it's hard for me to pick just one. I think we're all united in what our mission is and what we want to do and what needs to be done to create an amazing world for the youth and their future. So honestly, I cannot pick one. I hope to meet so many more people. Like, this is just the beginning. The podcast just launched in April, and I want us all to work together. I think that's going to be the key factor to a beautiful future for our younger generations.
Amazing. All right. Next question. What made you want to start a podcast?
I'm all over the place, and I have great people, just amazing people that I've met in my life and that I keep in touch with, whether it's clients or mentors or family members. And there was no way for me to get localized events together and have all of them meet one another. And the podcast was a way for me to continue to introduce my life, my family, my friends, and the people that I get to meet to one another, and to have that resonate with the people they know too. The trickle-down effect of the podcast and what it does to impact each person that listens to it is infectious. And I hope to take the podcast around the world in the future and continue to connect people.
Hope to be a part of that with you as well, and I'm sure you will. So exciting times ahead. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, and what steps are you doing to get there?
All right, here we go. Opening my bucket list for you right now. My children are at great ages right now to be strengthening their roots in this world. And through our relocation, it's really taught them how to be responsible and driven. I'm hoping in the next 2 to 3 years, when my oldest daughter is able to study abroad in her high school education, I'm hoping to take the podcast on the road and see my daughters study abroad. I want to bridge the gap in time. I learned a lot studying abroad after I was done with my undergraduate degree, and I would love for them to be immersed in culture, in language, and those experiences a little bit earlier. They're much more mature than I was at their ages, and that's just the way the world is now. But I want them to experience those things firsthand in their high school years, if we can travel as a family and support our kids studying abroad, and take Work Hard, Smile Large podcast with us. That would be my goal in the next 3 to 5 years. And then where that takes us in the 10-year pattern, it's anywhere. Like, I think if we can experience that together, and the kids can have those unique experiences as well, we'll be supporting them in 10 years on where that guided them, who they are in this world and where they want to be. And I feel like that'll guide us for my 10-year goal, or, dream of where we want to be.
Cool. Love it. All right. Last question here. This one I think is the best question on this list in my eyes. What advice would you give your younger self?
I think it kind of goes back to the beginning, but it also ties into Work Hard, Smile Large. Don't be afraid. Really be true to yourself. And I always have been. I was always really shy when I was younger, and I wish I had more of that confidence and less fear, because I maybe could have met more people and had more experiences earlier on. But you can do anything at any age, and that's another thing that I've learned. So I think just be fearless and be really true to yourself. Yeah, that's what I would have. I was too shy. Like, now I'm not. And I think shyness is a good quality because you're able to observe and really learn a lot from other people. But I think the more you interact with people and the more you interact with the world, the more you grow. And I never want to stop growing and learning.
Well, I've learned a ton from you. I love being your partner in life. I'm inspired every day by your actions and your motherhood to our kids. It's been a beautiful journey, and I look forward to the future.
Thank you. And thank you all for listening to this spotlight on me and where I came from. So if you have any other questions, you can message us on social media at Work Hard, Smile Large. You can email us at workhardsmilelarge@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment here. I'd be happy to answer anybody's questions. And thank you so much for taking the time to listen. Work hard.
Smile large.
Welcome to the Work Hard, Smile Large podcast, where we explore the outcome of hard work and the power of positivity in our daily lives. In each episode, we'll delve into the benefits of positive mindsets, hear inspiring stories, and provide tips for cultivating smiles all around us, highlighting healthy habits and living a full life while giving focus to various lifestyles that shine bright in this world. Help spread Work Hard, Smile Large in your community by coming together, pouring into others, and inspiring the youth to become WHSL ambassadors too. Sit back, relax, and get ready to embrace the Work Hard, Smile Large vibe.